be longer. It's going to be harder for that day, let's say. Or you have exams coming up, you have to study harder. Or in the case of the Sahaba, especially in Ramadan, okay, they want to read lots of Quran for many hours and hours, or they want to stand the whole night in tahajjud. So they used to eat a little more. So Rasulullah is saying, try to eat very little, few more so. If you need to go to the next level is one third for food, one third for water, but still one third empty. So there is a first stage that we should try to stay in. This stage is the next stage if there is a need. So Rasulullah is saying there's no stage after that. There's no stage after that. There's no such thing in our deen. The evidence is there. There's no hadith saying fill to capacity. So, brothers and sisters, I remind myself, first, of course, but, this is an important hadith and has many benefits on top of that. One is that Imam al-Shafi'i said, I have not filled myself in 16 years because filling oneself makes the body heavy, removes clear understanding, induces sleep, and makes us weak for worship. So we think maybe that filling ourselves up give us more strength. That's not what the scholars have said. It makes us weak, and it makes us weak in the most important area, which is in the area of our ibadat. And there's so many other examples, brothers and sisters, they could come to. Now, also, Rasulullah was our example. He used to, implement his words, of course, set the example for everybody. So he used to eat less, and he used to use certain methods by which he would eat less. One is, brothers and sisters, he used to eat with 3 fingers. The sunnah to eat with our hand. But he used to eat with 3 fingers, these 3 fingers. So the hadith about this is reported by Ka'b, he said, كان that he saw Rasulullah كان يأكل بثلاث أصابع فإذا فرغ لعقها. He said that I saw Rasulullah eating with 3 fingers, these 3 fingers, and licking his fingers after finishing the food. We'll come to why he was licking his fingers, inshallah, soon. The other thing is sitting position. So he acts on what he says. He does it purposely so he doesn't eat too much. One is when he sits on his buttocks, he raises his legs. What does that do? It constricts his stomach. It makes it like constricted so that he cannot eat too much. The report on this is from Anas, he said, رأيت رسول الله جالسا مقعا يأكل تمرا. That he used to sit. I saw Rasulullah eating some dates while sitting on his buttocks with his legs raised. This is our example, Rasulullah, how he used to keep it within that limit. And of course, there's no change in Ramadan other than in Ramadan being even less. Unless somebody wants to make lots of ibadat and then they eat a little extra. Rasulullah also said, what should our portions be? Our portions should be such that, portions for 2 should suffice for 3. As Rasulullah said, he said, طعام الاثنين كافي الثلاثة وطعام الثلاثة كافي الأربع. He said, Rasulullah said, the food of 2 persons should suffice for 3 persons. The food of 3 persons should suffice for 4 persons. So this is the theme, brothers and sisters, that we try our best to not overindulge, definitely not in Ramadan. I know we're hungry at the end of the day, but it's about making this into a habit. Just because it's breaking fast time, we should be careful. It's not good for our bodies anyway. Hassan al-Basri said, he offered some food to his guest. His guest said, I have eaten until I am no longer able to eat. You might hear this sometime in this day. So Hassan the Prophet said, Subhanallah, does a Muslim eat until he is no longer able to eat? So this is the advice for myself, all of us. I'll continue in the next khutbah, inshallah. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Very important point, brothers and sisters. I've seen it till today here at the masjid, all these years. Wasting food, throwing out food. Even when, as I said, you ask a non-Muslim, what does Ramadan mean to you? It means, you know, respect for food, respect for drink. So this is a big issue. I see it thrown out in front of my own eyes here. So Rasulullah said, he commanded even when we, you know, we're sunnah to eat with the hand. But the point is, what is he saying? To even if there's some food left on the fingers, how much food is going to be left on the fingers? A few grains of rice, a little bit of sauce. He said, lick them. He commanded the licking of fingers and the cleaning of the dish, even licking the dish, like taking the finger, licking the dish. And then he said, إِنَّكُمْ لَا تَدْرُونَ فِي أَيِّهِ الْبَرَكَةِ, that you do not know in which portion the blessing lies. So, not to waste even a tiny amount, whether it's a drop of sauce, grain of rice, and also for the purpose of making sure we get all this blessing. A wise Muslim, just like the companions and the prophets before, they never let a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala go. They always take it. They always take it if the blessing is presented to them. And another, Rasulullah said, when a morsel of any of you, it falls, like accidentally, let's say, he should pick it up, remove any dirt on it, and then he should eat it, and he should not leave it for the shaytan. And then he said, nor should he wipe his hand with a towel until he licks his finger. فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَدْرِي فِي أَيِّ طَعَامِهِ الْبَرَكَةِ. He said, because he does not know in which portion of the food the blessing lies. So, brothers and sisters, Rasulullah is saying, okay, if it drops accidentally or whatever, we are supposed to pick it up, clean it, and eat it. Don't waste it. Don't let it go shaytan. And same idea that anything left on our hands or wherever or on the plate, we lick it clean. This is the extent what our deen says about how we're supposed to respect food and water. So how could it be that a Muslim throws out food deliberately? Can't finish it all? Throw it out. So, brothers and sisters, I'm running out of time, but want to make it very clear that this is a serious matter. We have to, ensure our children are trained in such a way that no food goes to waste. And this is very possible. We've all lived 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever the case is. We all know, I think anyway, we all know how much food we eat. Sometimes we can tell, feeling a little full, so we're going to take a little less. So we can work it out. So no food, inshallah. Not us, not our family members, not our children especially, because we want to train them for this. Because it's a worldwide epidemic. I've seen it all over the world. You travel, okay? Even Islamic universities, I can give you examples. These are future ulama. Food is being thrown out. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. How is this possible? How is this possible? Rasulullah saying, even if it falls accidentally, pick it up and eat it. So it's impossible that a Muslim would throw it. And even for the family, inshallah, it can be calculated. If it runs short, make a little bit more. No problem. Okay. So we know, brothers and sisters, what the situation is for our brothers and sisters throughout the world. We have this example right now of our brothers and sisters in Gaza, facing a famine. Now the humanitarian aid has been blocked again. So it's kind of a sad example, but if it helps us, be a reminder that there are brothers and sisters who have nothing. They don't even have any water, clean water, in many cases. So another thing I'd like to point out, brothers and sisters, water is very important. You know, here at the masjid, I can only speak here at the masjid what I see with my own eyes. That's the best evidence. Somebody takes the bottle, takes a sip, and just eats it. That I don't understand. Because it's not a glass of water that you have to take home, that you might spill on the way home. So you put the cap back on, you take it and you drink it, right? So I don't understand. It's left on the tables here, left in this office, left in that office, left in the oil machine, whatever it is. One sip, that's it. That's why we stopped giving water during Tarawih. We have no issue giving water during Tarawih. But the problem was, few sips of water bottles, 50 of them every night we have to deal with. So water, brothers and sisters, just indulge me for a minute because I think we all know we can survive without food for a few weeks. We cannot survive without water for even a few days. So it's very important. And so many causes now throughout the world, even non-Muslims participate, trying to get clean water, drinking water to people who need it throughout the world. There's so many initiatives on this. So let us be careful with the water as well, as much as we can. So we remember our brothers and sisters, let's all over the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease their pain and suffering and help them and protect them and give them their peace and give them freedom. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين وعلى آله اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه اللهم ثبتنا على الإسلام اللهم نور قلوبنا بالإيمان اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون عباد الله اذكروا الله يذكركم وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله يا السلام بالسلام السلام بالسلام السلام بالسلام الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. Please make your mind straight, please, for the moment, yes. Allah Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله. الله أكبر. الله. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Brothers and sisters, just a reminder again, time change next week. We will continue to have 4 July inshallah.